What's up, y'all? It's Barbarian Barber. So I've been getting a lot of questions in the comments and stuff like that about some of the mods that I've done on my bike. So I'm just gonna go through a couple of, well, I only have a few of them on here, so I'm gonna go through all of them, but pretty quickly, and cut in some close-up footage of everything that I've done to it. That way everybody can see, you know, what it looks like, all this kind of stuff. But the first thing that I want to talk about, right, is grips. Grips are very much a preference thing, obviously, with everything with motorcycles, because what I like somebody else might not like. But this is a video about my mods on my bike. So the first one I wanted to talk about was my grips. Like I said, I am running right now the Vans Colt like waffle grips. They're gummy, super grippy. If you don't ride with gloves, you'll notice the grippiness a lot. I ride with gloves all the time, but even still, they're... First thing, these right here, man, are grips, or not grips, sorry, pegs off of Amazon, and these are called Goldfire. So my thing was this, man, is I just went and spent all this money on this brand new motorcycle, right? And you got all these other ones, all these other like really expensive grips and stuff like that, and I'm sure they're great, and I'm sure they're worth the money, don't get me wrong. However, I didn't want to go and spend thousands and thousands of dollars trying to mod this bike out the way that I wanted it, after I had just blew so much money on getting the bike itself. So I found these on Amazon, like I said, and they're called Goldfire. They're about 62 bucks at the time that I got them, which was not too long ago. Of course, I didn't get the bike too long ago either, but these things, man, they're great. In my experience anyways. So I found from Original Garage Moto this gold one, and you know, it's not a performance upgrade, so there's not really a whole lot to say about it. It's gold, it says OG on it, which I think is really cool, and it comes with pretty nice hardware. That's about 45 bucks, I think, is what I paid for it. Super dope. Get one if you want. And they got a bunch of different colors too. Okay, next up, and one of the more expensive upgrades that I've done on this particular motorcycle is the fueling vented dipstick. These things, man, they're about 275 bucks. So it is kind of difficult to swallow at first, you know, that kind of a price for an oil dipstick. However, if you know anything or you do any research about these Milwaukee 8s, man, that crankcase pressure gets nuts. So what I did is I went ahead and said, okay, buy once, cry once. I'll buy one of these. They are super high quality, man. They're made out of like billet aluminum. They got like 8 layers of mesh and screen inside the cap here. And then obviously they have this really cool quick detach line. Just detach it right there. They do come with like a regular screen nut up here, or screw up here, if you don't want the wire, but they do advise that you may get some misting of oil, especially if you don't do your oil level as per their suggestion. But this, I was like, this is perfect, because I routed mine. First off, I mean, I know it's a small detail, however, there it goes. It's a small detail, however, I do think that this line coming up and going back looks kind of cool. This mod is well worth the money. Honestly, it's worth more than what you're gonna pay for it, in my opinion. Okay, next up is these Amazon LEDs, and I want to say they're Ben Lowry was the ones that I picked up. I can't remember for sure, but they came with the really dark smoked lenses. I had a guy ask me a question about that. He asked if clear or like amber lenses would be brighter when you turn the lights on. Maybe a little bit, but honestly, these things, they do perfectly well. I mean, they're pretty bright. You can see, I wonder if I can get it to kind of focus on the ring. No, but anyway, so yeah, so they have a white ring around them, and then you hit your turn signal, they flash amber. Super bright. At night you really notice it. I mean, it's real bright. But anyways, those were like 30 or 40 bucks. So again, I know there's better ones and more expensive ones out there, but I was kind of like, you know, on a budget after I spent all my money on this motorcycle. So I did the Dean Speed 2-inch tank lift. Now this really doesn't serve any purpose whatsoever other than aesthetics. With the Saddlemen Seat, I felt like I needed the tank up a little bit just to kind of slope the line a little bit more. So that's what I did. And it was 30 bucks, 5-minute install, super, super easy. Definitely worth the money, I think. I mean, if you know, just for aesthetics, it's not for anything other than aesthetics. Okay, next up is my Headlight Visor. Literally just put this on like yesterday. No, the day before yesterday. And it's fine. It was super cheap on Amazon. This one is from Biker's Choice, I think. And it was kind of a pain to put on. However, I just wanted to run it and see what it was like, you know, see if I liked the look of it or whatever. So far, I kind of like it. I'm not really sold on it yet. I may end up taking it off and just running my headlight normal like stock. But that's that one. Okay, next up is my Saddlemen Seat and my Torque Motorcycle Co. bags. The Torque Motorcycle Co. bags are actually, they're kind of expensive, don't get me wrong, but I actually do really like them. I can't remember exactly how much they cost. I want to say it's like 250 bucks. So definitely not a small investment for bags, but they have this like sort of hard liner in them that keeps the form and everything like that. And you're not gonna fit a ton of stuff in there, but if you're creative, you can fit a 12 pack of beers. So, you know, do with that what you will. Next is the Saddlemen Seat. The Saddlemen Seat is by far the most expensive upgrade that I've put on this motorcycle. If you guys have ever looked at Saddlemen Seats, you know they are not cheap. However, I think they're worth the money. They're super solid. This right here, this back wall really gives you a real locked in feeling. Okay, next up, my S&S slash cut slip-ons. I bought these because they were about 300 bucks, and I didn't want to spend the money to get a full exhaust and do all that kind of stuff. But I needed a little bit more sound. You can see a previous video, real short video of the stock versus these. I'm not the type of dude that likes to piss off all my neighbors and everything, but I do want my bike to be heard. It's just my personal preference. So these are super easy to install, 100% way better than stock. I really love them, and that's really all there is to say about it. I do not have a tune. I'm not running a tune on this motorcycle right now. I will eventually, but I'm just telling you from my experience that you do not need to tune it. Your EC or your ECU, whatever it is, ECM, will compensate a little bit for the change. It just will. I don't care what anybody says. It's not going to be perfect, don't get me wrong. And I would advise eventually getting a tune. I'm going to get a tune eventually, but it runs perfectly fine. So top notch on these, love them. All right, y'all. So that's my little breakdown of all the parts that I've put on this motorcycle so far. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I didn't run too long and talk too much nonsense. I hope you guys are not bored of it. I really, really love this motorcycle. Honestly, even in its stock configuration, I fell in love with it. However, you know, when you get something, you always got to screw with it, and that's what I do. I'm a tinkerer, so I'm always kind of doing little things, seeing how I like it, stuff like that. But anyways, that's it, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been the Barbarian Barber YouTube channel. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that kind of stuff. Boost me up if you could, please. I'd appreciate it. And we'll talk to you next time.